Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. A friend of mine, the gorgeous Brenda Harrison, sent me a photograph and asked me if I could work this card out. She said the lady's name was Karen Varley. I could not find it anywhere on Pinterest, so I only had the photograph to go by. So I think I've done it justice. The lady used animal outings on her one. And I didn't want a copy, so I decided to use the Geared Up Garage, and it's this beautiful card. It's an inner easel card that folds flat. You lift this up then, and this one, and spin them around, and you can put it in a normal size envelope. The bow might need replacing after it's been sent to the sender, but then they just flip that down, stand that back up, and like I say, I've used the Geared Up Garage. I've used this one as a Father's Day card. Looks a bit on the wonk, but isn't that cute? It's so simple to make. So I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to leave that up actually. It's so cute. I love these flaps. So I'm just using a standard piece of cardstock. I've already cut all my circles out. This is the number, these are all my circles, and so I used number 7 of the scallop and number 7. This is working from the smallest one out. So I've got 1, 2, then I use number 3 for the little circles. 4, 5, 6 and 7, which is that one, and then the scallops are on the other side, so I keep them nested together. So you got layering circles one, scallop the other, and then the oval is number 3 as well, and number 3 of those. I could have perhaps gone down a little bit smaller for the inner circle, but it's fine. So there's my oval. This is going to go inside here after it's had its bottom. We're just going to take a little slither off there to line that up. This is going to be the part that goes on the top. And again, what you do there is you just fold a piece of cardstock, add your scallop circle, and just leave a little bit off the edge. That way you still get that fold line. And then what you're going to do is I just bent mine in half, literally just folded it over so it touched that side, and then creased it down. And I'm going to crease it the other side as well. And that's what gives you that easel part. And then when you've done your stamping and layering, that will get attached to there, and then that will go in there where your oval is. I will pop the oval on dimensionals to give it a bit of height for it to stick behind. And then there's the 2 little circles for the outside of the flaps. And again, I used the number 3 small on each of the scallops, and they're going to go either side. This one, like I say, we're just going to chop the tiniest little bit off there. Just going to grab my scissors for that. You don't need it to mess around. You're literally going to take about 1/8 of an inch off the back like that. And then nothing's going to be stamped on in here. That is just going to get layered up in there. So we can do that right now. Cute card. I've done something very similar to this, but not with the triangle sticking out. Come on now, glue. It was like a corner card, and the centre went up in the centre for you to close. Very similar. So when she showed me the photograph, I knew straight away what type of card it was going to be. So this one's for you, Brenda. Nothing's getting stamped on here. This is just the bottom layer. Just so we've got something for our little semi. I'm going to add this actually now to show you. Where's my dimensionals? got to add dimensionals because you want a bit of the height. So that's going to get stuck in there. Once you've stamped, you can adhere that onto there then after, and then that will go behind there like that with our circle attached. Like that later. So it all stands up like that. Isn't that cute? So we're going to do some stamping on these parts. And then we're going to do some layering after. But first of all, before we do our stamping, my ink's decided to ooze out. My glue even. Just grab a tissue. Tissue in the bin. There we go, it's gone. So these are the bits we are going to, and you when you die cut something, oh, look at me, I'm mucky. It's got an odd side and it's got a smooth side. You want the smooth side. So turn them, keep them all the right way, because they've got a dodgy side, if you know what I mean. So I'll put them to one side just for a moment. I'm using the classic garage, and I may just use the grey on the corner flaps, and then this for the inside. They are the same piece, they're just reversed. They are both cut at 4x4. You're going to take your trimmer, you're going to move your blade out the way, and you're going to, this is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So you're going to put this in at 4 1/8, and you're going to score. Turn it round again and put it at 4 1/8, and you're going to score from the middle up, and you're going to cut up to the score line. So you've got that shape. Then what you're going to do, remove your score line, your blade again, pop your top corner in with this bottom corner, and then you're going to score down. So you've gone literally from corner to corner, and you're just going to bend that backwards. Perfect. And if you wanted, you could do it this side. Because this is the way you're going to score your card. That way you don't get no cracking. So basically now, just fold your card in half, just gently burnish. Gently burnish. This one you can burnish really well if you want. And then this is how the card sits, with your flaps folded back. And it just perfectly sits there. It looks like an open collar to me. Love it. So that was it. So you're basically going to score, turn it round, score, and then cut up to the score line, and then score from the top centre score line out to each corner. Just fold and then tuck. You could glue it into place, but then you will never get it in an envelope because it looks like a beak now. But it reminds me of someone's top collar open and you were looking into the neckline. Oh, so again, you can add your designer series paper on either side. It's up to you, whichever way you want the card to open. You just add your card stock, your DSP. So I've cut these to 4x4, so there's a small border all the way around. And one of the pieces, you're literally going to do, pop it in corner to corner. I put my blade in the centre or just after. That way I don't rough up the corners. And just slice that in half. That's it. It's so simple. So the matter of now is we're just going to do some gluing. Going to add our designer series paper first. So I'm going to decide now whether to have them showing there and this plain, because there's a lot going on down this bottom. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Definitely. Beautiful. So just lay and decide where you want this paper, and then just give yourself a small little border all the way around and adhere that down. I like that a lot actually. I like that. I might just have this. What do you reckon? Beautiful. I love it. Or we're going to have the steering wheels. Depends now, let me see. Just want that tiny little border. Yeah, I'm going to have the steering wheels. Try and flick some of your glue right into the corner. That way you know it's going to stick. I'll just pop that in there. Tiny little border all the way around. Love it. Just give that a good burnish. And then you're going to add the opposite side. Just try and smear that into the corner, then you know it won't peel up. Wonderful. Again, attach your paper. Nice little border all the way round. Perfect. Give that a good smear. Don't worry if any of that glue comes out. It does dry clear and non-sticky. Just get all the air out. I'm sorry, look at this. I need to undo the cap a little bit. Relieve the pressure. There we go. Perfect. Stops that from running. I'm just going to close that for a minute. Just get that off my fingers. You could cut out the shapes now if you wanted to. It's starting to look brilliant now. You could put a Velcro dot on, or a magnet even under there, just to keep it into place. But I think it sits fine on its own. Just fold those. I'm just going to give those a little burnish. Just a gentle one. Nothing crazy. There we go. And that will keep those beautiful flaps sitting backwards. Isn't that cute? Love it. You could add more designer sales paper on the back. It's entirely up to you. So this now I'm just going to glue down. Because we're not going to add anything until after we've stamped it. I'm just going to pop that right at the front there. Perfect. That is perfect. I could even add this piece now as well, because you want to line up them scallops. I only want to add glue here. Just line those scallops up. You certainly don't want glue past the back, because otherwise it won't do its scallopy bit. But that's so simple, and that's going to stand under there. Isn't that cute? I quite love it actually. Right, let's get some stamping done. Yeah, I've not got much of the geared up garage left. I've only got a few slices, so I had to pick paper that was matching. I've got a piece of ribbon here to tie another bow. I think it's a bit too long, so what I'll do is I'll do a smaller one. I had a full roll, and I also had a piece left over from on stage. So what I did is I wrapped it around the reel, and when I pulled it off, I don't know, I thought it was going to be too much, but no, it's fine. It was too long actually. So I'm going to save what little bit I cut off. Going to save that bit. Perfect. And I can use that on another card just tucked under somewhere. Don't like to waste. So I used a glue dot, but I prefer to, I'm going to attach it on one side so it looks like it's in the centre. That way when you fold the card back, you will have a bit more stability. It won't be crushing the bow in the centre then. So I'm just adding it on one side there and attaching it to that one side there. So when you come to close the card, I mean, you could fold this in any way you want. I would fold them back. Fold them up and just tuck into each other so you can get it inside an envelope because it's small enough. It is 4 and 1/8 by 4 and 1/8. And then when the recipient gets it, they can just flip it open just like that. And that bow wasn't in the way there. Just beautiful, isn't it? And the person you gave it to, you watch them open it, and if they get a bit confused, you're the one that's given it to them. You can show them how to stand it up. So, let's get our bits together now. These are our two little circles, our oval and our large circle. So, I'm using my black memento. Or am I? Do you think I should? No. Oh, I might use red actually, because there's red and green and yellow and orange on the steering wheel. So I'm going to grab some, what's the colour that matches? Real red. So I'm just going to grab my real red and change it up a bit. Why not? So one of my little squares is going to have Best Dad on it. And with them being on I love that. And with them being on circles, you don't have to worry about lining your stamps up too perfectly, because you'll do that when you line them up on the backing. We've also got this one that says, "You pump start my heart." And I'm doing that on the oval. Perfect. That's going on the inside there. We've got all geared up to celebrate. Well, I'm going to stamp the geared up to celebrate, but try and leave off the all. And then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of ink off there and then stamp that in the centre. Perfect. Leave them to dry a little bit. And then we've got the beautiful Happy Father's Day, which is going on the centre. And again, you can line it up when you attach it to your cardstock. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So what I might do then, there we go. It's got little bits on off the cloth, I think. Whoops. There we go. Oh, they're fabulous. Let's have a look at our stamp set. I love that, isn't it cute? You've got these little bolts you could add, or some of this staining. What do you reckon? Do you have some little bolt marks all the way around on this one? Just grab a scrap. Whoops. You can just add some bolts here, there and everywhere. Just fade them out. No need to restamp. That's brilliant. Perfect. And then with this one I'm not going to re-ink. I'm just going to stamp again around in circles. Fabulous. Perfect. I am loving these cards, and Father's Day is coming up shortly. Pop them to one side and then give them to the man in your life, your father in your life, whoever's in your life, whoever's your father figure, whoever you look up to. Amazing. So let's get these glued on. I love these circles, and I love the cardstock choice. I love the crushed curry. And it's even in the steering wheel on the thingy, so that's why it all ties in so beautifully. So you've not had to line them up yet. You're going to do that when you add them. Now this one is going right in the centre here. I'm just going to lay this flat again, just so it's straight for me. Just add that there. Looks straight. Perfect. I'm going to get my You Pump Start My Heart. And that is going to go on there. That's gorgeous. Love it. And then I'm going to attach these. Just let me have a quick spin. Oh, it's perfectly placed. Beautiful. Beautiful. You could add dimensionals, but you're going to add to the bulk of the card then when you post. These aren't coming off anytime soon. And then you've got your best dad that side. Oh, I love it. Oh, look, my glue is bursting out from under the rim now, look. Oh, look at that. Oh, gosh, what a waste. Put it back in the pot. Oh, I've got a right sticky mess here. So I need to screw that back on tighter. That's better. Oh, what a mucky mess. I'm going to wash my sponges after. That is wanting to come out again. I'm going to give this lid a good clean. Sorry about that. Just want to bang that down. Clean my lid. Oh, there we go. Push the pin in. Get that off my hands. And last but not least, we've got these beautiful classic geared up elements. I'm just going to grab a glue dot for each. Roll that up. That's going to go on my little spanner. Just right at the back there. And that's going to go that way. Just attach that there. And then I'm going to grab another one. And this is going on the key. Just so adorable. I'm just going to roll it again. And that's going to get attached at the back of the key there. And then this one is going right down there. And there we have it. There is that beautiful geared up garage. I don't know what to call it, a fun fold collar card maybe? I don't know. I'll think of something. I don't know what it's called. Just beautiful. So there it is. It looks like a corner stage card, doesn't it? A fun fold corner stage card. Looks like a spotlight. And there's my other one. Without the bolts and stuff put on. I love it. So there we go. There's card 1. Oops, let me just get it out the way. There's card 1. Beautiful. And there is Geared Up Garage card number 2. Perhaps I could have put one of those spanners down there to keep that weighted down. Oh, I'll tell you what else I've got. I've got some coloured pearls here, black ones. So, let's add a pearl, a black pearl, either side of this. And there. I should have done that one a little bit more in the middle, the sentiment. I thought that this flap would have overtaken, but no, it looks better in the middle. And then one more, I'm just going to pop one down on the bottom there. And that one is going to go down there as well. Oh, they're so cute. I love them. So now we've got our gems attached. And those lovely little keys and bolts. So there's one, there's the other, and all that from a picture. Hey, not bad at all. I think I've done quite well. So I'd love a thumbs up and a share. My battery's just about to die, so I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe, press the little bell, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.